McDonald's French fries aren't just cut-up potatoes tossed in oil. In fact, before they ever reach your tray, they've been boiled, blasted with high-pressure water jets traveling at highway speeds, drenched in sugar solutions, and fried twice before you even see them. And there's one ingredient you'd never expect that makes them taste the way they do. It all sounds complicated for something so simple, right? But every step is precisely calculated. And today, you're about to see how ordinary potatoes become one of the world's most famous foods. Before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like the video. The story doesn't begin in a fryer. It begins in a potato field in Idaho. Before a potato has any chance of being called a French fry, it has to start as the right kind of crop planted in the right kind of ground. Idaho is not chosen by accident. Its volcanic soil is packed with minerals that create firm, healthy potatoes. Combine that with warm days, cool nights, and carefully managed water, and you have conditions that set the stage for fries that cook evenly every single time. But not just any potato works for McDonald's fries. The russet Burbank is the main variety grown because of its natural balance of starch and moisture. Too much starch and the potato breaks apart. Too much water and it becomes soggy. The Burbank hits that sweet spot, producing fries that crisp on the outside while staying fluffy inside. It's a balance that makes all the difference once the potatoes move from the field to the factory. Now here's the catch. Not every potato makes it. During harvest, machines lift thousands from the ground, but only the smooth, uniform ones are accepted. Potatoes that are too small or too blemished are usually redirected for other uses, like making potato flakes or animal feed. This strict separation ensures that only the most consistent potatoes progress further. Every fry you've ever eaten had to clear that early hurdle. Of course, it's not only about size and shape. The farms themselves adopt methods to keep the supplies steady year after year. Crop rotation is one simple example. Potato fields can't just grow potatoes non-stop because the soil would weaken and pests would spread. By alternating with other crops, farmers protect the land while keeping yields high. Modern irrigation systems also help control water use, delivering just the amount needed to grow potatoes with the right density and texture. It's like training an athlete. Every condition must be in place because the final performance depends on it. After harvest, the potatoes need to last. They don't go straight from the ground to the restaurant. Instead, they're stored in giant, climate-controlled facilities where temperature and humidity are carefully watched. Too much heat and they sprout. Too much cold and they sweeten, which ruins the taste. At the right settings, they can remain usable for months, giving the factories a steady supply even outside the growing season. But storage is just the waiting room. Before moving any further, the potatoes are checked again, visually, mechanically, and sometimes even electronically. Machines scan them for defects that eyes might miss. If the potato can't meet those standards, it won't become a fry. That's because consistency matters as much as taste. Whether you eat fries in New York, Tokyo, or London, they're expected to be identical. That uniformity starts right here, long before the first cut is made. So after months of growing, weeks of storage, and rounds of inspection, the potato finally arrives at the factory doors, where its real transformation begins. Imagine a potato shot out of a water jet at 70 miles per hour. That's not an exaggeration. It's how ordinary potatoes are cut into the fries you know. High-pressure water knives slice them with such force that the pieces are instantly transformed into long, even strips. The whole point is speed and accuracy. Billions of fries are made every year, so the machinery has to cut each potato in the exact same way without wasting a second. It looks almost chaotic, but the result is complete uniformity. Cutting something that fast might sound imprecise, almost dangerous. But the design of the system makes it work more like a laser-guided process than anything you'd expect in a kitchen. Each potato is blasted through at nearly identical angles, guaranteeing that the strips come out consistent from one to the next. Think of it like a wood chipper, but focused entirely on shaping fries that will cook at exactly the same rate. The incredible speed isn't about spectacle. It's about efficiency you can actually taste in every bite. Once cut, the fries go through another check, an optical sorting system that instantly scans their length, thickness, and color. If a piece is flawed, it doesn't make it through. Some fries are rejected in only a fraction of a second. That constant inspection ensures that no matter what, the fries moving on are perfect duplicates of each other. Every serving relies on this step to eliminate variation. After sorting, the next process prepares them for texture. The fries are blanched, which means briefly boiled in hot water. It might seem simple, but blanching changes the internal structure of the potato. By halting certain enzymes, it also prevents spoilage later. More importantly, blanching sets up that familiar combination of a light, crispy surface and a soft interior. Without it, the fries would never have the balance we expect when biting into them. But a pale fry isn't what McDonald's is known for. A solution of dextrose, a corn-based sugar, is applied to make sure the fries take on a golden look when fried. It's not about adding sweetness so much as it is about controlling color. Dextrose encourages the Maillard reaction, the same process that browns bread in a toaster or sears a steak. It guarantees fries don't turn out pale, no matter what season they were harvested. Alongside this, sodium acid pyrophosphate is added. Even though the name sounds complicated, its role is straightforward. It prevents discoloration after cooking. Without it, fries could turn grayish and lose their visual appeal on your tray. By this point, the fries are already shaped, blanched, color set, and protected from graying. The transformation from potato to fry form is clear, but appearance isn't everything. And the real reason people crave them goes far deeper. Color may entice you, yet flavor is what keeps you coming back. So how do they achieve that unforgettable taste? Most people think McDonald's fries are vegetarian, but that's not the full story. By the time they reach the restaurant fryer, they've already been cooked once in a very specific oil blend. And while that oil is mostly vegetable-based, the flavor you taste goes beyond what potatoes and simple frying oil can create. Hidden inside the process is something many people would not expect: a natural beef flavoring added directly into the mix. Historically, McDonald's fries were cooked in beef tallow. That gave them a rich taste people loved, but it was also very high in saturated fat. In the early 1990s, the company switched to vegetable oils to answer health concerns. The problem was that the new oil didn't produce the same flavor people had come to associate with McDonald's fries. To keep that familiar taste, beef flavoring was introduced, but in a new form. It now comes from hydrolyzed wheat and milk derivatives blended into the oil. This means the fries carry that savory element, even though the cooking base is no longer animal fat itself. Because of this, McDonald's fries are not suitable for vegans or vegetarians. Lots of people are surprised when they find that out, since the fries look like a simple potato snack. But the inclusion of wheat and milk derivatives means they're also not gluten-free. If you're following specific dietary rules, that hidden flavoring makes a big difference. And yet, it's also the ingredient that gives McDonald's fries the same recognizable taste whether you order them in the United States or overseas. Flavor isn't the only part carefully managed here. Quality has to hold up during storage and long-distance shipping. The oil itself gets additional ingredients to extend its life and protect freshness. Citric acid is included for stability, preventing spoilage during transport. Then there's TBHQ, an antioxidant that stops the oil from breaking down too quickly. It only appears in very tiny amounts, but it keeps the fries consistent even when production, shipping, and storage involve many weeks of waiting. Another ingredient, dimethylpolysililoxane, keeps frying practical in a fast food kitchen. It's added so the oil doesn't foam, bubble over, or break down during high-volume cooking. That way, the oil lasts longer, it's safer for employees, and the fries remain consistent from one batch to the next. None of these extras change the core flavor of the fries. Instead, they protect how the oil performs behind the scenes. Once partially fried in that fortified blend and flavored with the beef-based component, the fries are flash frozen. That rapid chilling seals their texture and locks in flavor until they're needed. They're then packaged and sent worldwide, ready for the second frying step at individual restaurants. In this way, every fry has been seasoned, stabilized, and preserved before you ever even order it. By the time you pick up a fry at McDonald's, it has already been through boiling, slicing, blanching, frying, freezing, and flavoring before its final dip in the fryer at the restaurant. What looks like a quick side of potatoes is actually part of a global system that uses about 3.4 billion pounds of potatoes every year, turning them into nearly 9 million pounds of fries each day. That scale relies on science, farming, and precise food engineering. So here's the question. Now that you know the full process, does it change the way you see McDonald's fries?